Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Alisha Aurora Kitara dari 11E dengan NIM 211250099. Kali ini saya akan mempresentasikan asesmen akhir semester untuk matkul manajemen pergudangan yang dipegang oleh Dr. Erna Mulyati. Okay, next. So, I've read and reported 5 journals. So this will be the first one, Summary to Sustainable Warehousing Transformation. It is released in 2025. Okay, so the core challenge for this journal will be modern warehouses are evolving into 24/7 high-speed hubs to meet e-commerce demands. However, the shift creates a sustainable paradox. While automation increases speed, it also spikes energy consumption and carbon emissions. So the proposed solution, which is Warehouse 4.0, the research introduces a multifaceted organizational transformation framework. Unlike traditional models, this embeds green technology directly into AI-driven designs rather than adding it as an afterthought. And the key pillars of the study which includes technology integration, human-robot collaboration, or HRC, and modular approach. And then we have the strategic takeaway, which is for a warehouse to be truly future-proof, it must move beyond simple efficiency and align with the triple bottom line, which is people, planet, and profit. Okay, so the next journal, we'll talk about automation paradox. It is released in 2025. While AI and robotics are touted as the ultimate efficiency tools, they create a duality. Automation drives massive economic productivity but simultaneously threatens labor stability and risks increasing the overall ecological footprint. So, here comes the automation paradox. The study uses 20 years of data from 2000 to 2023 to prove that micro-level efficiency gains often lead to macro-level losses. This is primarily due to the rebound effect, in which efficiency makes production cheaper, which leads to more production, ultimately canceling out the energy savings. So the key data findings, we have economic and its impact metrics, labor productivity, and we'll find the results which is 25% increase and so on. So strategic takeaway for this journal is to achieve sustainable productivity, organization must look beyond the balance sheet. Success requires an inclusive automation approach that aligns with UN Sustainable Development Goals by reskilling workers to mitigate the 12% rise in inequality, and 2, managing production volumes to ensure efficiency gains actual result in lower total carbon emissions. And for the third journal, we'll be talking about B2B sharing economy in smart logistics. It is released quite recent, this year, 2026. So traditional ownership-based logistics are inefficient, right? And leading to ghost assets, which in unused warehouse space, underutilized vehicle, and idle labor. These efficiencies create a heavy financial and environmental burden that isolates operation and can no longer sustain. So the proposed solution is access over ownership. The research advocates for a shift to B2B sharing platforms by treating logistics as an interconnected ecosystem rather than a collection of competitors. Companies can share 14 specific resource types, including robots, data, storage, and transport. The key framework and findings includes ecosystem pie model, spider chart evaluation, and efficiency gains. And critical barrier, specifically for this paper, we have digital maturity and policy gap. And then the strategic takeaway, the future of warehousing is a socio-technical network. To remain resilient, firm must transition from owning assets to accessing them via digital platforms, effectively turning the warehouse into a connected node within a smart city. So for my fourth paper that I use, we have resource sharing in multi-client warehouses. It is released in 2025. So logistics service providers, or LSPs, traditionally manage different clients in silos. This leads to massive inefficiencies where one client zone is idle while another is overwhelmed by seasonal peaks or e-commerce volatility. So the proposed solution is internal pooling. The research uses an analytical queuing network model to determine the optimal balance between shared and dedicated resources. It evaluates how shifting staff and storage between clients can stabilize throughput times and protect service level agreements. So the key findings and performance metrics for this paper is labor versus space. So like sharing labor or picker packers yields significantly higher efficiency gains than sharing physical storage space. There's also cost reduction and the anchor client exception, in which like high volume anchor clients should maintain dedicated resources to ensure their strict SLAs aren't disrupted by the variability of smaller clients. And then strategic takeaway, the future of warehouse management is dynamic reassignment rather than static zones. Managers should use real-time data to move workers across client lines. The modular approach allows a warehouse to achieve economies of scale while guaranteeing that 95% of orders are processed within strict time windows. For example, 2 hours. Okay, so for my final paper used in this report, green decision making for equipment. It is released in 2023. This is the oldest one in my report so far. Also, selecting material handling equipments like AGVs or forklift is no longer just about the lowest price. Managers must now weigh technical reliability against environmental impact and worker safety. However, sustainability is often a vague qualitative metric that is hard to compare against dollars and cents. And the proposed solution for this paper is fuzzy logic selection. The research introduces a fuzzy multi-criteria decision-making or MCDM model. This mathematical framework translates subjects' experts' opinions, example moderately efficient or highly reliable, into precise numerical rankings, removing human bias and uncertainty. So the key innovation for this paper, robot selection index, RSI, beyond crisp data, risk attitudes, and ideal green solution. The strategic takeaway, the cheapest upfront option is rarely the most sustainable. By using this fuzzy logic framework, managers can justify investment that may have higher initial costs but offer up to 40% better life cycle sustainability performance, leading to more transparent and defensible green investment. Okay, so thank you. That is all for my report. I hope I pass. Thank you.